Today's video is all about quartal harmony and quartal chords. Enjoy. How's it going? I'm Dave and my channel is all about helping you create awesome neo-soul and R&B sounds on your guitar. If that sounds like your kind of thing and you're new here, make sure you click that subscribe button and you hit the notification bell so that you're notified every single time I release a new video. Before we get started, if you're looking to create really awesome sounding chord progressions, I've written a book called Chord Charisma. It's all about writing really awesome chord progressions for all sorts of genres, but is really well suited to the neo-soul and R&B styles. I'm giving away the first 2 chapters for free, so all you got to do is head to the description and grab the first 2 chapters there. Now, let's get straight into the video. We're talking about quartal harmony and quartal chords. So you're going to learn what quartal chords and quartal harmony are, how to build quartal chords on the guitar, and you're going to learn how to create cool modal sounds using quartal chords and how to write your own riffs using these quartal voicings. What is quartal harmony? Well, first of all, it'd be a good idea to know what tertiary harmony is. Tertiary harmony is the basis of most Western music. It is where we create chords by stacking thirds. So, for example, in the key of C, we've got the notes C, D, E, F, G, A, and B. And if we'd start with C and went a third up to E and then a third up to G, we get the note C, E, G, which is a C chord. This is the most common way of building chords in popular music, and we can use this tertiary harmony to build even more thirds on top of this chord to create 7th chords, 9th chords, 11th chords, and 13th chords. Now with quartal harmony, what we're doing is we're stacking fourths. So let's stick within the key of C. We've got the notes C, D, E, F, G, A, and B, and we're going to create our first quartal chord. We're going to start with C, then we're going to go up a fourth, so we're going to count up 4 notes starting on C. So C, D, E, F. F is the 4th, and then if we count up another 4th from F, we're going to go F, G, A, B. B is the 3rd note, so our chord is C, F, B. Let's take a listen to how that sounds. Now we can do this with every note of the C major scale. Now if we start on D, we've got obviously D, a 4th higher than that is G, and then a 4th higher than that is C. Then if we start on E, we've got E, a 4th higher than that is A, and then a 4th higher than that is D. Then we can start on F. F, a 4th higher is B, and then a 4th higher is E. F, B, E. And when I say a 4th, I don't mean a perfect 4th. I mean whatever the 4th in the scale is, the diatonic 4th, okay? So in this case, from F to B, we're actually playing a sharp 4th. Now we're moving up to G. So from G, upper 4th in the scale is C, and then upper 4th from there is F. Then we've got the note A. So from A, a 4th up from A would be D, and then the 4th up from D would be G. And then finally we've got the note B, which a 4th up from that would be E, and then the 4th up from that would be A. So we've got these shapes in the key of C. We could also stack another 4th on top of these chords. So let's take a listen to how that would sound. So you might be able to tell that these chords are quite ambiguous sounding. They also don't really have very much of a function. So in a typical major key with tertiary harmony, chords will add tension and they'll release tension. Like a dominant chord will add tension, and then the one chord, in this case the C major chord, would release that tension. But with these quartal chords, we don't get that tension and release. It's quite an ambiguous sort of sound where we can just jam around with these chord shapes forever, and there's nowhere that they need to go to. So let's just try experimenting with that a little bit. I'm just going to completely play something on the spot. Now, because these chords sound so ambiguous, we can really create cool modal sounds with them. First of all, if you don't know what modes are, I've done a video explaining what modes are, which you can check out up there in that corner. If you do know what modes are, let's just quickly recap what the modes with the home major scale of C major are. So we've got C major, we've got D Dorian, E Phrygian, F Lydian, G Mixolydian, A Aeolian, and B Locrian. Now, all we have to do to create a cool modal sound with these quartal chords is take whatever mode we want. So for example, if we want D Dorian, play a D bass note and use that as a pedal tone and play these quartal chords over that D pedal. Or if we wanted a B Locrian sound, then you would play a B pedal tone and play these quartal chord voicings over the top. Now, as this is predominantly a neo-soul and R&B based channel, let's take the most applicable modes, which would be Dorian and Lydian, and see what we can do with those. If we are using that home key of C still, and we're using those same quartal voicings that I've shown you, let's start off with D Dorian, which gives us a funky sort of jazzy sound. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the low E down to D, getting drop D tuning, and then I'm just going to experiment with these sounds. And then you can start creating riffs. So I did create a D Dorian riff using these quartal voicings and a D pedal tone. So check it out. Now, the other mode I said was the F Lydian scale. So the Lydian mode creates a sort of ethereal, dreamy sort of sound. So it's best for those chilled, laid back songs that you might want to create. What we can do is with the home key of C, F is going to be our root note for Lydian. So we're playing F Lydian. So I'm going to tune this low E string up to F and use that as the pedal tone. You don't have to do that. You could just use the first fret, but it's easier to just have an open string as a pedal tone, isn't it? So let's tune this E string up to F. You hear, you get that really Lydian sound there. Okay, so take a quick listen to the Lydian vibe riff that I've written. So there you have it, that's the video on quartal harmony and quartal chords. Let's just have a quick recap. Quartal chords are chords that are stacked in fourths. You can do this with every note of the major scale, and you can mess around with these quartal voicings to get a cool, ambiguous sort of sound. Now, if you want to create riffs, the best thing to do is sort of use a modal sound. So what you want to do is take the root note of a mode, use that as a pedal tone, and play the corresponding quartal voicings over the top. For neo-soul, R&B, that kind of stuff, Dorian and Lydian are your best bet. Dorian for the funky, jazzy kind of sound, and Lydian for the more chilled, laid-back, dreamy, ethereal sort of soundscapes that you want to create. So that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, click the like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Now, I'd greatly appreciate it if you head down to my Patreon page and support the channel there. There's lots of exclusive content for you there, exclusive lessons, written and video lessons as well. So I'm sure you'll enjoy what there is on offer there. Go check that out. If you enjoyed this video, I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy this one here too. So make sure you go and check that out. And I'll see you there. Have a good one.